The biggest battle you will ever fight with money doesn't happen in the stock market or at the bank. It happens in the 3 pounds of gray matter between your ears. And right now, your brain has a secret, powerful preference. It is wired to spend, not to save. This isn't a lack of willpower. It's neuroscience meeting modern marketing. But here is the measurable outcome. By understanding this battle, you can rewire your financial decisions to build wealth almost automatically. You can transform saving from a chore into a psychological victory. Think about your last meaningful purchase. Maybe it was a coffee, a new gadget, or dinner out. Remember that little surge of satisfaction? That's your brain's reward system, the dopamine hit, doing its job. It's a primal system designed for survival, screaming, "Yes, this is good. Do it again." Now, think about the last time you transferred money to your savings account. Did you feel a rush of excitement? Probably not. For our brains, saving is abstract. The reward is distant, invisible. Spending is immediate, tangible, and emotionally charged. That's the core conflict. Your present self is in a tug of war with your future self, and your present self sees a shiny object and feels the immediate pleasure of ownership. The future self is a silent, blurry stranger. We know we should savor that stranger, but it's hard to care for someone who doesn't feel real. This is called present bias, and it's the single greatest psychological hurdle to building wealth. Most budgets fail because they fight this bias head-on with sheer discipline. That's a losing battle. You have to be smarter than your instincts. You need to make your future self feel real and your savings feel rewarding. Let's make this concrete with a number, because finance without numbers is just philosophy. Imagine 2 people, Alex and Sam. They both earn the same. They both want to save, but they approach the psychology of money from opposite angles. Alex tries to rely on willpower. At the end of each month, whatever is left over goes into savings. Some months it's $100, some months it's $0. It's a constant mental negotiation, draining and inconsistent. Sam, understanding the brain's preference, decides to hack it. Sam sets up one simple rule. On the very same day their paycheck arrives, $200 is automatically moved to a separate savings account, before they even see it. Here's what most beginners miss. You pay your future self first. Out of sight truly becomes out of mind. At the end of a year, Alex has managed to save $800. It was a struggle every month. Sam, without ever making a conscious spending decision, has saved $2,400. The money was never in their spending account to begin with. The psychological friction was eliminated. Sam's brain adapted to a slightly smaller available balance and spent accordingly. Alex's brain was constantly tempted by the full balance, leading to a cycle of guilt and justification. This is the power of designing your environment to work with your psychology, not against it. But we're just getting started. This is about more than just automating a transfer. We have to tackle the emotional side of spending head-on. For many of us, spending isn't just about the object. It's a mood booster, a reward for a hard day, a social lubricant, or an identity signal. That $5 coffee isn't just caffeine. It's a moment of peace, a treat, a ritual. Telling yourself to just stop buying coffee is attacking a deep psychological need with a blunt instrument. You'll rebel. You have to dig deeper. Ask the uncomfortable question, what is this purchase really giving me? Is it comfort? Is it escape? Is it a sense of status? Identify the need, then find a cheaper or free way to meet it. Maybe that afternoon coffee run is your only break. Could a 5-minute walk outside provide a similar mental reset? Perhaps buying new clothes gives you a confidence boost. Could reorganizing your closet to rediscover forgotten items give a similar thrill? This isn't about deprivation. It's about smarter emotional fulfillment. You are not cutting out joy. You are redirecting resources. You are choosing which rewards are worth their long-term cost. Let's visualize the long-term cost with our second crucial numerical scenario. This is where the story of your future self gets dramatic. Let's go back to Sam and that automated $200 monthly savings. Now, let's assume Sam invests that money in a broad, low-cost index fund, a simple basket of the entire stock market. We'll use a conservative average annual return of 7%, which is roughly the historic inflation-adjusted return of the S&P 500. This is the engine room of wealth building, consistent saving plus compound growth. Here's where your future self steps out of the blur. The numbers make them tangible. If Sam does nothing but that automatic $200 transfer and investment for 30 years, never increasing the amount, what do they have? Not just the $72,000 they directly contributed. Through the magic of compounding, where your money earns money and then that money earns money, Sam's portfolio grows to over $240,000. Let that sink in. Over $168,000 of that is pure growth, generated by time and market returns. That's the silent, invisible employee your present self hired by making one smart psychological decision. Now, what if Alex sees the light after 5 years of struggle and starts doing the same? Even if Alex saves for 25 years, they will contribute $60,000, but their final pot will be around $142,000. The 5-year head start is worth nearly $100,000. Time is not just money, it's your most powerful psychological ally. The gap is staggering. Sam's future self gets a retirement that's almost $100,000 richer, not because Sam earned more, but because Sam understood the psychology of the present moment. That automatic transfer was a peace treaty between today and tomorrow. This is the core of the blueprint. You must make saving and investing the default, passive, effortless path. And you must make conscious spending the thing that requires active, deliberate choice. Flip the script your brain is wired to follow. So let's build your personalized psychological money system step by step. Step 1 is the autopsy, not the budget. For the next 2 weeks, you are a scientist observing a fascinating subject, yourself. Track every single dollar that leaves your account, but without judgment. Don't try to change anything yet, just collect data. You're looking for patterns and emotional triggers. How did you feel before that impulse Amazon purchase? What happened right before you ordered takeout for the 3rd time in a week? The goal isn't to feel shame. The goal is to see the story your spending is telling. You'll find your psychological spending hotspots. Your money trail reveals your hidden emotional fingerprints. Now you can design your counter strategy. Step 2, pay future. You first. The moment your paycheck lands, your first and most important bill is to your own savings and investment accounts. Start with a number that feels almost invisible. Maybe it's $50, maybe it's $100. The amount is less important than the ritual. Automate it completely. This is you hiring that silent employee, that compounding machine, before your present self even gets a chance to argue. This transforms saving from an act of deprivation into an act of empowerment. You are building from a position of strength, not scarcity. Your savings account becomes a trophy case for your willpower. Watch it grow. That's your dopamine hit. Step 3, create conscious spending boundaries. Now, with what's left, you can spend guilt-free. This is critical. You've already secured your future. This money is for your life now. You might even use separate accounts or digital envelopes for your fun money, your groceries, your bills. When the fun money account is low, you know you're reaching a limit. This creates a natural, tangible barrier that your brain understands far better than an abstract budget number on a spreadsheet. It turns a monthly negotiation into a simple visual cue. You're not restricting freedom. You're defining it. This is how discipline stops feeling like a punishment. Step 4, redesign your rewards. Remember those emotional needs you identified? For every spending hotspot, engineer a new, lower-cost reward. If retail therapy is your stress relief, institute a 48-hour rule for any non-essential purchase and replace the browsing with a free activity. A podcast walk, a library book, a workout. If social dining is blowing your budget, become the host of potluck dinners. You fulfill the social need, but at a fraction of the cost. You are hacking your own reward system to fund your future. The goal is to bankrupt the bad habit, not yourself. Small psychological wins compound too. This isn't a one-time fix. It's a practice. Some months you'll nail it. Other months life will happen and you'll overspend. That's okay. The system is built to absorb those shocks because your savings were already secured. You are not aiming for perfection. You are aiming for better defaults. Every time you automate a transfer, you are voting for your future self. Every time you pause and ask, what need is this meeting? You are strengthening your financial mindfulness muscle. These small, consistent actions build the identity of someone who is in control of their money, not controlled by it. You stop seeing money as just a tool for today. You start seeing it as the architect of your tomorrow. The journey from spender to saver isn't about crushing your desires. It's about upgrading them. It's about realizing that the greatest luxury purchase you will ever make is your own future security and freedom, the peace of mind that comes from a growing safety net. The quiet confidence of watching your investments compound. The empowerment of knowing you are no longer on autopilot, but are consciously directing your life's resources. Your brain may be wired for the immediate, but you have the unique human ability to plant trees under whose shade you may never sit. You get to be the hero in the story of your future self. Start small, automate first, and let time and psychology do the heavy lifting. Your future self is waiting, and they are already grateful. The single best financial decision you can make right now? Invest in your financial education. Hit subscribe to get our next breakdown, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out, because the system only works if you apply it consistently. I'll see you in the next one.